Shalom. Shalom Yasharallah. This is Yeshaya back at you with a car chronicle. On this one, I wanted to lay to rest at least whatever I have to say about this Gorilla Hebrew situation. But I don't want to be misunderstood either. I have nothing coming to say about his actions. He doesn't either. It's not that I'm an insider. I don't hardly speak to the fella. Like, you know, once in a while it'll be a message. I'll tell him his hat game ain't as good as mine, whatever. But there's no sticking up for even what he admitted to. But there's a lesson to be learned for the rest of us. And one other thing that I didn't cover the previous video, because it just hit me yesterday, was that this man pretty much maybe told us something unintentionally. Hang on one second. Gordo de mierda. Just joking with one of my coworkers, but anyway. He told us something without outright saying it that I wanted to discuss, because it's a realistic possibility for other brothers. You know, when I say, I'm gonna say the phrase "it can happen to you" a lot during this video, because that's what's kind of playing back in my mind. Like, not that this literally can happen to me. I mean, it can happen to anybody in a technical sense, but you know, this situation happened not because of something that that started when he came into truth, right? I think we all come into this truth genuine and wanting to improve ourselves and others around us. I think that we all come here with the most noblest of intentions, and then somewhere along the way, something or somebody knocks us off of our zone, I guess is the best way I could describe it. So in this situation, it appears to me like he met a young lady, fell in love, got married and all that, and really loved this woman, right? And just, this is not a fact. This is just what I observed, right, from the video. Based on his usage of the term sexual escalation, you know, perhaps he was clapping a lot of cheeks, and at some point his lady wanted to spice it up a little bit, and you know, maybe he wasn't with it from the beginning, but then, you know, maybe they had a issue, a fight or something, and then, you know, she was like, well, if you really want to show me you love me, you do this, right? And then maybe to appease her, he agreed to something, and then later on, you know, was like, nah, you know what, that ain't me. And I say all that to say that sin isn't something that we just come in attempting to do, right? When a man, in this case, I think that he lost control of himself. And I've been in a few relationships where I allowed or tolerated certain things that were not characteristic of me. Like my daughter's mother, and I'd never tell her this story. Hopefully she never sees this video, but if I tell my sisters what she's got away with saying to me, they'll literally ask me, why does she got teeth? Why didn't you come and get us? Because I wouldn't be having, especially when I was at that age. I think I was about 36. I was still a little rough around the edges. You know, even my last relationship, anybody that knows me knows that I do not fly for shit. I do not get on airplanes for nothing. But I got on an airplane to Puerto Rico with a chick who's now my ex, who now I can't stand the sight of her, to be honest. So this situation is a lesson in the power of women. And when you get the right amount of, or the wrong amount of attachment to one, and she has a certain amount of selfishness, she'll get you to do shit that you don't think you would ever do. Now, granted, I have never even had a chick proposition, nothing that kinky to me. And I'd like to think that the way I carry myself, these chicks know. Don't talk about putting nothing up in there. But we don't know what choices he had to make. And I'm not saying to understand him. I'm saying what we need to understand about this situation is how a man who rose to such prominence ends up doing these vile fucking things. And then I'm also just recently seeing videos where he was talking shit about the elders. I've been seeing where he was talking bad about Ariel. Like, you gotta have some respect for those that came before you. You have to have respect for your teachers. You know, because it all relates. The whole shit relates. At one point, he probably got full of himself and didn't think that you could check him. And this is what happens. Next thing you know, you almost literally get caught with your pants down. And this video is not meant to be an attack on him. This is literally an attempt to learn from it. Because we see the power of love. We see the power of love to where it can make you delusional, and it can make you think that you can do shit, or you know, and I get it. You know, as a man, you want to please your woman, right? But as a man, you should also have a filter of what you're willing to do to please your woman. I mean, honestly, I think that a lot of men born after 1990, I don't know exactly when he was born, but 1990 seems to be a big cutoff point, because that's what I call the eating ass generation. Those are the niggas that think it's okay and eat women's asses and shit. You know, we don't do that shit. My generation, man, we'll put a bitch in a place real bad. Not beating her ass or anything, but like, yo, who the fuck are you talking to? I don't do no shit like that. But this is the eat ass generation. This is the generation that thinks it's okay to eat ass. And then, you know, you get that, then you let a woman dominate you. And then I guess, I would assume at some point he probably realized, like, nah, I ain't doing all that shit. You know, but what I want everybody that do watch this video, all 5 of y'all, what I want y'all to understand about this situation is that it's not something that you can boldly say it could never happen to me, because yeah, maybe you'll never agree to getting pegged, but maybe you'll take a flight when you're afraid of heights, or you'll do something else that you didn't think you'd do. You know, the way I explain my situation is I have a filter. Like I won't go past certain shit. I just won't do. I was about to say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Certain shit I simply won't do. And I let my chicks know from the rip. And that's why a lot of times I have weird conversations with women. Like one time I asked the chick, do you have any health conditions that I need to be mindful of? And she got offended. I'm like, but listen, my baby mother got lupus. I need to know that just in case I need to do something for her, or maybe find a herb that could help her, which I did, and she didn't take. You know, but at least I'll try. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you partner with a woman, you know, as Israelites, a lot of times we minimize the role of women in our lives, but the right partner can make you feel good. I don't want to say make you feel like you're on top of the world, but definitely the right woman can help you excel and be a better man, especially if she push you in the truth. But the wrong woman will make you fucking get on all fours and take a damn dildo in the keister. Or at least make you entertain that thought. You know, and he probably at some point realized, like, nah, this shit don't even sound right. I'm not, you know, I ain't doing no goddamn pagan worship. You catch the play on words there? But the seriousness of the situation is brothers need to be mindful as they walk in this truth, not to let a woman ease you on out the truth. See, a good deceitful woman, and when I say good, I don't mean literally good, but one that's good at deceit will make a mighty man cater to her and make you feel that if you don't do some weird shit for me, you don't love me. That's what I think happened. And I say this because I believe that there are a lot of brothers in Israel who are so hard up for a woman that you'll probably do what a bitch tell you and just you just ain't get caught yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot of other niggas probably getting pegged and shit and not letting, and you just ain't caught yet. Or some other weird shit. That's why I don't even open the so-called quote-unquote Pandora's box. And I know Pandora's a pagan situation. I'm not actually saying Pandora, but I'm saying, you know, it's basically you can't unsee things that you saw. No, I need my shades. Hold up. If y'all don't see that it's fucking bright out here. You know, but this video is not a defense because you can't defend that shit. This video is simply letting brothers know if you don't pay close attention, you don't stay sharp, you can be in the same fucking situation. Because how many chicks got relatives and friends and family that's in the truth? So you might be, they might be kicking and be like, yo, that nigga, he supposed to be an Israelite, but that nigga into some freak shit. Oh yeah, let me see. Next thing you know, your fucking text messages are on YouTube for the world to see and laugh at. This is it's a very sick world, and there's a lot of sick shit going on out here. You know, and unfortunately, this is why I hate going to YouTube with beefs. Because now, instead of just Israel putting this man to shame, now you got other people that don't know spiritually a damn thing trying to put us to shame and say, you know, y'all Israelites are tearing this man, like fucking Sinetta. Sinetta shouldn't know what the fuck's going on. Because he made a video trying to quote a scripture like that nigga is. He talk about, oh, other Israelites are trying to take this man down. Nigga, don't you have a platform that pits black men against black men, get the fuck out of here with that. You have a platform that has allowed mudslinging like a motherfucker. You are not the one to talk about tearing black men down. But back to the original point, right? Why is it important to be circumspect? Because a lot of you, I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of you have women, and you're not really used to getting women. And what happens is these women get you to do some weird shit. See, when the scriptures talk about how wicked women are, it's not that all women are necessarily actively doing fucked up shit. It's that their openness to it, because they're not the ones that are directly dealing with the Most High. And it's almost impossible to put a woman in check this day and age. Because women are the ones that have 100 niggas in their inbox, if they pretty enough, willing to drop everything for them, or saying they will. But that's the thing too. A lot of these niggas, a lot of you aren't as replaceable as you think you are. The problem is these women make you think you are. Beyonce came out with that "You're Not Irreplaceable" song, and then all of a sudden you niggas think, oh, a chick could just replace me. No, she can't. Especially if you're a good man of the Lord, you ain't easily replaceable. But perhaps Alazar was like thinking to himself, like, yo, if I don't do this for her, I'll lose her. And that's a scary part. That's a scary part. That a man would allow a woman to have that much power over him. Because I'm telling you, I done had exes that more along the lines of disrespect. I've never had no weird propositions from women, but more along the lines of a lack of respect that I've tolerated because I didn't want to get my sisters in jail. Because trust me, if Tiffany was to run off at the mouth, my sisters would put a beating on her ass. They will drive all the way to Jersey City and beat that bitch ass. We don't play them type of games. But I let it go. I didn't tell my sisters, because they'll fuck that bitch up without even telling me. You know, but like I said, I've tolerated disrespect. I've tolerated women talking down on me and talking to me crazy and shit. And it's not like me to do that, but it's also not like me to, at this age in life and at this stage in the truth, to sit there and get bitches beat up just for some fucking words. You know, but I would like to say I'd never be in Gorilla Hebrew's position, but I think that would be arrogant of me to say. Although I'm very confident I wouldn't let a woman get that type of control over me. I'm very confident that I'm a little too stubborn for the truth and for decency to not let that go. I'll break up with a bitch right then and there if she asks me to peg to do any crazy shit like that. You know, but all I want to say with this video, Akim, is be careful of the power of a loved one. Be careful, because you can be dragged into a world of evil. And I think that that's what happened with Gorilla Hebrew. I think he got dragged into some freaky deaky shit. And, you know, I guess once you get into that shit, only the Lord can help you or save you. And the only practical worldly solution is therapy. Because you need somebody to get them fucking demons up out of you. That's a demon. That's a demon to even be that passive to let a woman even think she could do that to you. Those are all fucking demons, brothers. Because this is really for the lesson for other brothers. I listened to him very intently, whatever. I listened to him. You know, he said that mentioned sexual escalation. So that means to me, you started off with just doing regular, like he said, vanilla shit. And then Shorty probably got Satan in her and proposed something, and he, as a moment of weakness and a way to prove to her his love, fuck it, what better way for a man to show his love to you than for him, such a masculine man, to allow you to emasculate him. And then maybe you didn't get what you want because she revealed these damn text messages. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe she extorted him or something. I don't know. Or maybe she released the damn text messages as a way to get even for something. I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of the relationship. I'm only going off of based on what he said in the video. And this is a lesson. And I forgot who said it. I think it was San Diego. The dude from Sakari, San Diego, said that this is a cautionary tale. Either he said it or Riala said it. But this is a cautionary tale. This is something to learn from. Because what he did was grotesque, let alone what he's accused of. And to even be accused of it and to have some supporting screenshots, even though you have your explanation for it, you know you're gonna have Israel that's gonna be skeptical and say, nah, fuck that. No, that nigga really did do that shit. That nigga is into that shit. You know, and that's something you don't want to get caught up in because of the love of a woman. I'm not saying to not treat your wife well. Great, treat your wife great. Make that woman go to her friends and fucking brag about you, but don't surrender your manhood or your masculinity or betray the Lord. There's no love on this earth that's worth that. I don't even want to say it out loud. But there's no love on this earth that's worth that. And that's why I don't have a single problem in the world with, you know, and you got to also understand how else he got here. And I'm telling you as an outsider looking in, you know, because I recently saw videos that I didn't even see when this situation came out, where he straight called Tahar, Apostle Tahar, a POS. I would sound funny. It would sound funny, my voice saying that apostle's name and POS in the same sentence. That shit don't even sound right to me. You know, you have to, you know, you got full of yourself. And it's probably the woman, probably the money. I don't pocket watch, but there are things that make men puffed up. Knowledge puffeth up. Women, money, all that shit make you feel like you can't be taken down. And look how quick and easy it was to take him down. It was even a dude that claims he didn't even want to take him down. Hassad came on and said, I hope that you have a logical explanation for this. I personally believe Ariella meant what he did. I don't think that Ariella thought that it was going to be this bad, but, you know. But what can we do? We can't take back the hands of time. We can only do better for the future, and we can take this as a lesson. Because like I said, the reason why I took the time to do this video is because I don't believe he's the only one that's out here, or that was out here doing weird shit for women. You know, some of you niggas are in love so much that your woman could get you to do the same shit. You look at Comfy. Comfy didn't start. I don't think he started off knowing what his latter end was going to be. I'm pretty sure if Comfy had a way to take it all back, he would. But all things are of the Lord's will. You know, this is a humbling experience for Gorilla Hebrew, and I hope that it does do what it's supposed to do. You know, not for his destruction, but for his betterment and for everybody's betterment. Because like I said, maybe this situation wakes up another nigga in another camp that says, yo, my wife be having me do weird shit too. Let me fucking stop that shit. Maybe you see the seriousness of it and realize, like, yo, your wife is one angry day away from fucking ousting you. You know, that's something to think about. This is all something to think about for y'all. This is me from my heart. This is me telling y'all it's not easy out here. It's not sweet. Y'all brothers that are in these relationships, make sure that you are in control. It's not necessarily controlling her, because these women think that a man that controls his woman is weak. No, a man that controls his woman has his house in fucking order. But at the very least, don't lose control of yourself. Never give her control over you. If she's not going to let you control and dictate to her, hey, listen, this is how we do things in my house. This is how we're going to do things. I would say let her, you know, you can still be with her if she doesn't submit to that. But you don't submit. That's the one thing you don't. If you have a rebellious woman, but she's otherwise good to you, fine. But you don't submit to her. You don't let her stick a piece of plastic in your keister. You don't let her even entertain the idea that she could. Because I believe that he's not into that shit. You know, a lot of brothers don't like him. You know, anybody who knows me knows I like everybody. It's very difficult for me to dislike somebody. You know, I try to see the good in everybody, because I try to humble myself to the point where, just like I'm not sitting here saying it can't happen to me, but I don't see how. I'm not wired that way to let a woman do that much to me. You know, like I said, I'll go to Puerto Rico with you, but ain't but certain shit I ain't doing. But anyway, with that, I think the video's been long enough. I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect, and you know, let's learn from this mistake. It's not literally a mistake. I mean, shit. Something was ordered. But let's learn from this bad situation, and let's learn how he got there, to learn how not to fall for the same trap. See, a lot of y'all will just be arrogant and say, oh, I'll never do that, and then get into a relationship and do that. And then next thing you know, your woman's pegging you. Or like I said, like what I think happened was he probably second guessed and said, nah, that shit don't look right. That shit would not, no. That's demons, man. That's demonology right there. That's a demon. That's a demon that took hold of a woman to take hold of a man. That's almost literally, and it's the spirit, because the pagan kit was ordered off of some shit called AdamandEve.com. That's almost literally what happened with Adam and Eve. Satan spoke to the woman, which that part I can't confirm or deny. Satan got in this woman somehow and got her to believe that this would be beneficial for them. Got him to believe it, and then, you know, even if he might not have proceeded with it or he made it disappear or whatever, it's still, you ordered it. So you ordered it with the intention to use it. You know? And that's bad enough. That's because if we didn't learn from Adam and Eve or Samson and Delilah or many other situations that told men not to fucking follow behind the wickedness of a woman. If you're going to go out on your own fucking wickedness, not something a woman, because then when the story gets told, you're going to be looked at as a weak man. Oh, a woman beguiled your dumbass? That's the story that's going to be told. So anyway, with that, again, I'm going to say shalom.